Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be explaining the intermediate of the lichess practice section. So first up we've got the board set up. And this is how the board is set up. The rook's on the side, the knight's beside the rook, and then the bishop, queen, and the king. Let's make any move to start. First the rooks start into corners. We will need to capture the stars. The knights go beside the rooks. And the bishop will go beside the knights. The queen will go beside the bishop and the king. And the king will go in between the bishop and queen. So pawns are all like the second lane and the seventh lane. There are 8 pawns in the game. So let's start with e4. The board setup is good. Now let's go to a special king move called castling. It is where your king can move 2 squares instead of 1. Here you can play king to g1, but then your rook is going to be trapped. But when you move your king to g1, your rook comes to f1, like this example. We can also castle queenside. After our king comes here, our rook will go to d1, just like this. Now the knight is blocking. You cannot just take your own knight, and you will not want to. So first we can move the knight and then a castle. Here we need to castle kingside, but we need to move out the pieces first. Let's move the bishop out. So let's push this pawn, move the bishop out, and move the knight, and then castle. Here we need to castle queenside. So let's push the d pawn. Let's bring out the bishop, the queen, the knight, and then we can castle. Here, you cannot castle if your rook or king has already moved, but you can castle the other side if that rook haven't moved. Here we can also not castle if we are going through check or if we're going in check. So here I cannot castle or make any king move because I will be through check. So first we can block the bishop and then castle. Here our bishop is blocking and we'll be in check. So we take the knight and then we can castle. Here we need to first take this knight. I know I am going to sacrifice some pieces, but maybe there was a better move because I only got 2 stars there. Next, en passant is a special pawn move, and it is French for in passing. Here, if he goes there, we can en passant and take him like this. Here, we cannot take like this because it is not his first move. Only his first move with the pawn, then you can take. But he just moved this pawn, so you can en passant take here. It says en passant only works if your pawn is on the 5th rank. So we cannot go like this, but we can go like this. We have to take all the pawns en passant. So first we can take this, and we take this, we take this, and here. Next, we're going to stalemate. Stalemate means the game ends in a draw. So here, after bishop e3, his king has no moves, but he is not in check. So this is called a stalemate or else a draw. Here, there's no check, but I have to draw him. So these 2 knights can cover all these squares. Here we need to go knight g6 to prevent him from coming to any of these squares. Here we gotta play rook b8 because his only king move is moving down to the 8th rank. So we will go there. Here, his only move is to move the rook. So we'll need to take the rook. That was actually a really quick one. And that is going to be the end of part 3 explaining lichess practices. In part 4, I will do advanced, which is going to be even quicker, which is piece value and check into. And then what happens is you can get a free account, do puzzles, watch videos, do some practices, play with the machine, or play with other people. But that is not going to be part of today's video. And so today's video will end right now. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.